Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday, it's the 9th of May. We have got some new mods and we have got some updates. Just a quick update on me. If you're interested, some people may be, some people may not. I haven't been putting up videos for the last few days. I put my back out and I've been laid up flat on my back. I've been to the doctor's today and I've got stronger painkillers and I may have to have physio on my back. Videos may be sporadic moving forward with regard to mod reviews, map tours, let's plays. It's going to be back permitting. How painful or comfortable or uncomfortable it's going to be sitting for long periods to do stuff. So just thought I'd give you all a heads up in case there are days I miss mod reviews or map tours or don't do anything at all. That's probably going to be why, just so people are aware. Updates then for today. We have got the Hurleyman H488 by MTL Modding Team, the Avant series by ITS, the Karlbacher Winter Equipment by ITS, the Seppi MS9 Base by AgrarDesignAustria, the More Honey Pallet Place Options by Mr. Hector, the Shed Solar Panels Package by Matej Mods, the Large Water Tank by Flusty94, the Rapide 8400W by Mantrid, and finally the Goldcrest Valley 22 map by Celobuki have all had updates, apparently. First of the mods we're going to have a look at, and I say look at, we're going to look in the menu. If we come down to pallets and we scroll to the end, we've got the Schaumann food, animal food pack. 1.81 megabytes downloaded by Z84. There are 3 slots each for each pallet, as you can see. We've got pig food, oats for horses, wheat for chickens, and then mineral feed to go in with total pearl or total mix ration for cows. 800 for each pallet, 1,050 litres. I didn't put any of them out. If we click on them, you can see them in a little bit more detail. So as a seed option, feed option, if you want to go down the route of buying those, there are a few different mods now available of pallets of various different ones, and people will pick and choose ones either based upon what they look like, based upon realism if they're going for a realistic gameplay, or price point, so maximum quantity for minimum price. Everyone will have different ways of looking at it, but they are the Schaumann Animal Food by Z84, so it could be Schaumann. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So next we've got the Farmhouse by Karol, 16.44 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. It's 25 grand. You'll find it in build mode and under farmhouses. Actually, what I need to put back on after I did the thumbnail is that. So at the front we've got a sleep trigger. Around the side we've got our wardrobe. Nicely detailed, nice looking mod. You can't go inside the building. But as I said, you'll find it under build mode and farmhouses for 25 grand. 22 slots. That's the Farmhouse by Karol. Next, we've got this shiny looking beauty. This is really nice. It's a bit pricey, but it's very nice indeed. This is the Claas Jaguar 960-990 TT pack by TOGAVIDO. 13.19 megabytes download. 22 slots on console for the main forage harvester. Shredlage. It's got loads of options. As you can see, we've got kind of matte satin finish on this. There's some chromed ones, and we've got this one. We've got lights, extra lights on the back here, doubles. There's a V pattern. There's a whole load of stuff, and it also comes with a load of class headers to match up with, obviously, because you can change all the colours of the main vehicle. It gives you the option so you can match up your headers with your vehicle depending on what options you've decided to go for. If we go up to our, actually we'll go to our equipment first, forage harvester headers right to the end. So we've got there the Claas Jaguar 969 TT pack. The pickup 300, the headers are the same widths and all the stuff is the same, it's just the options on them. 5 slots for the pickup header, which picks up grass swaths. We've got the cutter, which does more generic crop cutting, the Direct Disc 500. We've got the Orbis 750, 7.5 meter header. Then we've got the, actually, hang on. Oh yeah, they do all sorts of crop types. It used to just be corn, but they do pretty much everything. And then we've got the 900 header. There's a trailer as well available, but as you can see, under main colour, we've got green, we've got a matte, we've got a chrome, and then we've got the same in white, then in red, and then we've got some greys, and then we go on to the regular colours. So you can mix and match those. Side cover, same thing. If we go for the matte, and then design colour, go for the matte again. Rim colour, I'm going to go for the matte just to show. So I've mixed and matched it to go with whatever you want. So that's on all of those, and as I said, I think there's a header trailer on the end there. The Direct Disc 500 trailer is part of the pack 2 with the same options for various different colours, paint schemes and that kind of thing. So the harvester itself you'll find under forage harvesters. Now that's what I was going to say. The standard in-game one is the Jaguar 960, 626 horsepower, 22 slots, 380,500. This one, 584,885. That's for the base model. As far as I can tell, that's the same horsepower as that. Yeah. And it goes up from there. So as you can see down the bottom, in its base configuration, 653 horsepower, 584 grand. It's not cheap. So you're really only going to go for this one if you want all the bells and whistles and all the fancy colour options, that kind of thing. If you just want a forage harvester to do a job, you might want to go cheaper. But anyway, we have the option of a Vredestein or Michelin as far as the tracks tyres go. Under Vredestein, we've got standard and then wide. Under Michelin, it's wide already. But I do like that wide option on the tracks. That's pretty cool. Now on the back tail lights, it's a little bit harder to see, but where the grills are, where it says Jaguar, you've got standard, you've got tail lights in a V shape and tail lights dual, so it puts 2 strips up either side. Then you've got front flashes. So when you put your beacons on, you can have front flashes on or off, so you can have flashing beacons on there as well. Then Windows default, Windows tint, and then label, you can have the 40,000 Jaguar Special Edition or off. And then as far as engine goes, 653 or 925 horsepower, which is bonkers power. Pipe standard or long, and then main colour, we go through the same options. If you go for example, the chromed, that's really quite nice. The white, Claas white chrome, I like that. And if you match that up with, for example, the label, that looks really nice, doesn't it? But obviously you can then mix and match all of these. So if I went for the second colour and decide I want to go for that, wow, actually that does look fantastic. So yeah, I mean, you know, but as you can see, the price, the engine setup adds it. If I go for the 990, adds 86 grand on. We're now up to 677,000 for this harvester, so it gets pricey. Interior paint does the back wall section again. If I just go for red on that, so you can see it stand out. Red in the back section. Rim colour, we'll go for grey matte. Doesn't really stand out. Let's go for red matte. There you go. That's a bit better. You can see that. Or we could go for a white matte, or the same to match up with that. It does look quite impressive. And then there's a license plate option on there too. So this is the configuration I went for. Let's hop in. Start it up. We'll open up the header. Animation on it, fantastic. Sounds great, looks brilliant. I do like the matte. Satin's got a look. Horn. I did go for the front flashes on this as well, so we put the beacons on. They are flashes rather than sort of regular beacons. Or none around the back. If we put the lights on, you can see the double strip of lights in around the Jaguar bit there. Pipe out. It does look fantastic. We don't have any doors that open on it. I mean, aside from the price, I'm really liking it. Interior, nice and tidy. It's a lovely mod. with a nice set of options and a few attachments to go with it. The Claas Jaguar 960 990 TT packed by TOGAVIDO. Next, we're going to go to, yeah, we'll carry on along, then we'll go further over. We've got the International 86 series. Someone asked me about this recently, when was it coming out, and I wasn't sure. It's by Julian F modding. 14.63 megabytes download, 12 slots on console. There's the 4-wheel drive kind of option on the 2-wheel drive option. It's all on one platform, and then you can pick and choose how you go. It's a lovely looking tractor. This comes under medium tractors because it goes up to 160, what's 167 horsepower. Fairly high, from about 95 up to 160. So, you know, quite a range on it. Lovely looking tractor, and it does sound very nice too. If we go to our medium tractors, on the end there, 54,700 for the base model. And then under the tyre wheel brand, it's only Michelin, but you've got 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive under that. 4-wheel drive adds an extra £6,000 on if you want. Now, under 2-wheel drive, we've got single row crops, wide row crops, dual row crop, wide and back to single. If we go for the 4-wheel drive, we've got single row crop, dual row crop, then the ploughing setup, which takes off one of the tyres and puts one that side, so you can see the plough and stuff behind you when you're doing your ploughing and balancing and that kind of thing. Single row crop back again, so depends which one you want to go for. Then interior, we've got standard black, we've got red edition, and then you've got the Western premium with the leather. Lovely. Exhaust standard, curved pipe, short pipe, back to standard. Attachments, we've got 400 kilo, 600 kilo. There's front loader attacher or no. So you can't have weights and a front loader attacher, it's one or the other. Engine setup, 95 horsepower, 117, 146, 162, 179 horsepower. So no slouch, just, you know, up to 179 horsepower. Pretty cool. Then main colour, we've got the front panel just under where it says the vehicle number, the 1586 on this particular one. If we put that on red, it just takes that from cream to red. And then we've got license plate. For some reason, this was doing this earlier. It wouldn't go down to the license plate. I'm not quite sure why. No, it won't. There's a license plate option as well. There we go. License plate option 2. Let's hop in. Start it up. Horn's quite quiet. Lights. Nice. Nice tractor. Do we have doors and windows in this one? We did. L1, R1, left stick side to side, left door. Right stick side to side, right door. Interior. I like it. Like it a lot. There we go. So if you want the small version, low horsepower for doing a few shunting jobs around the yard, that kind of thing, you can go for this smaller horsepower. You can hold up to 179 with that. Lovely mod. The International 86 series by Julian F modding. Next, we've got the Workshop Pack. This is 19.64 megabytes download. It's by Fudzo. We have got the, well, I'm saying small, medium and large. So we've got a standard one here. So you've got your trigger just out on the outside here with a few bits and bobs paraphernalia with it. Well, this one here, we actually come in between the two sections again. Up there. Then we've got the one here with cover, ramps, etc. I don't know if we've got a light switch, whether it's just automatic. Again, you know me, I haven't found a light switch, but the ramps are there, and vehicle workshop trigger is just there. All three you will find under build mode. Now then, they're not low on the slot count. Build mode and tools. The small one, is 1,500 to buy. Fantastic. Slot count of 14. The medium one is 5,000 to buy, where you drive through the middle. This one here. That one is 27 slots for the first one. Then this one, the covered one, workshop with ramp, 10 grand to buy, That one's 45 slots? Yeah, 45 slots. So fairly high on the slot count, but not too expensive to buy, actually, you know. And we've got a lot more slots to play with. So whilst, you know, sometimes I will say things like that, and the slot count is fairly high. There's a lot of details, a lot of stuff in there, but we do have more to play with. So I guess it kind of balances itself out quite nicely. That's the workshop pack by Fudzo. Next. We've got this. This is the Lizard SV3. This by David.Mtnz and AM Modding. 7.28 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. This is a 3.6 meter spread width, 3,500 litre manure spreader designed for orchard work. So the manure spreads out the sides rather than kind of flicking all over the place, and it's small enough to be able to go down between the rows. That's what it's for. So we go to our tools and we go to our manure spreaders, which is just there. 12 grand. No options available other than license plate. You get it just like that. Let's hop in it. Start up our tractor. Unfold the sprayer. Or spreader. It does say sprayer, but it's a spreader. Now we can apply double application rate. So if you want to double apply your fertilizer in one go, you absolutely can. And there we go. So rather than flicking it all over the place, it puts your fertilizer right down where you need it as you do your rows. That's really cool. Now obviously you can use a regular one, and if you can get it to fit down the rows between your vines or your rows, you can just fling it all over the place. But I like the fact that's specifically for that. We're not using too much. I mean, it's using a fair amount, but that's pretty cool, that. Let's close that up. That's the Lizard SV3 by David.Mtnz AM Modding. Lovely. Next, we have this. Looks familiar, but it's a little bit different. This is the Kramer GL860 multi-planter. Now, this is a fictional piece of equipment. This is by TethysSaturn, 10.23 megabytes download. 15 slots on console. It's a 6 meter planter. Now, it's usually a potato planter, 6 meters, which makes life very interesting and a lot easier. But this one has been converted to do poplars and sugarcane, as well as potatoes. So you can buy it and do your potatoes as you normally would. But if you're going to do sugarcane, the sugarcane planters in game, we've got a 1 meter planter and a 2 meter planter. And the poplars, you put in the ground with your regular poplar planter, but it's 6 meters wide. That's mad, isn't it? When I say the regular poplar planter, or the forest equipment, the Damcon, in rows. So the fact this will do 6 meters wide. Now I've put sugar beet in this one. It's another one that's got kind of chrome options and various different things to it as well. We'll have a look. You'll find it still under potato technology, because in essence it is still potato planter. The standard one is 129,500. This is 129,500. So, like I say, if you're going to get a potato planter anyway, why not go for the one that will do extra crop types too? Slot count will come down from 15 to 1. Options, we've got main colour, and as I said, we've got metallics of various different ones, Fence and John Deere, and there's John Deere and JCB yellow. I mean, some of the metallics are a little bit peculiar, but at the end of the day, go for whatever colour you want, or you can go for sort of more flat standard colours if you wish. 170 horsepower required. Like I said, I've got sugar cane in this one. Start it up. 16,000 litre capacity. Actually, what's the standard one? Is that a larger capacity? Am I dreaming it? Yeah, standard one's 8,000. Yeah, double the capacity. So yeah, if you're going to go for a potato planter, why not go for the larger capacity as well? So 16,000 litres, and if you're doing something like sugar cane. Now it would then need to grow, obviously, as your sugarcane does, but 6 metre wide sugarcane or poplar planter, as well as your potatoes, and even if you just get it onto your potatoes, it's got double the capacity of the standard one anyway. That's a win-win-win. That that will save so much time doing sugarcane and stuff like that. That's amazing. I've always loved the way this folds and unfolds. I know I say it every time I use it when I do my Let's Plays and I do potatoes and use one of these, but what an amazing bit of kit. GL860 multi-planter by TethysSaturn. Next, I'll whiz over here. We have got the Lizard Old Bike and we've got the Lizard Electric Dicycle. Both of these are by Erik, Isac, Agro mods. So we're going to kind of look at them both together because it's right as well. They're right next to each other when you buy them as well. We had, I think both these we had an FS22 as well, if I'm right. The bike is 2.2 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. The electric Dicycle is 0.87 megabytes download and 2 slots on console. You'll find both of these under miscellaneous. So we'll start with the old bike on the end. There's only 400 for the old bike. We've got the option of configuration, no or yes, and you can have a little frame on the back for putting things on, milk cartons and things like that. Whatever you want, a bag of seed, it's up to you. Or a tree, I don't know. Then we've got main colour option. Again, we've got standard colours. We've got sort of satin and then more chromed colours as we go down on the frames. So whichever one to go for on that. Same with the mudguards. So we can go for flat colours through to chrome on those. Those are the options. And then the electric Dicycle is £5,000, 30 horsepower, 24 miles an hour. That will go. You've got standard or you've got slightly off-road tyres. Those are the only two options on that one. So let's hop on the bike. You have to start the engine, which raises that up. Horn. Of course it is. Lights. And off we go, up to 18 miles an hour. First person, looks like that. Can make you feel a little bit nauseous depending on where you're looking as you're doing that. But you can also ride backwards. Now that's cool. Although a little bit slower. But you can. So that's the old bike. Let's turn the engine off and hop off of that. And then we've got the Dicycle. Hop on that. Start the engine. Lights. Very sci-fi. Very high-tech. Horn's a little bit different on that. But we do have a standard light and then a main beam. Yeah, it does make quite a difference. No trailer hitch, unfortunately. And that's what it looks like first person. There we go. So the old bike and the Dicycle, both by Erik, Isac, Agro mods. Next we've got this, the Krampe. This is the Kramer Bandit 800. This by Kyosho, 10.05 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. Lovely looking trailer. There are quite a few configurations. I've gone for this one, the more arched top, but there is a flatter sided one with a larger capacity. We'll have a look at them anyway, of course we will. Under tools and trailers. So there we go. 69 grand for the base model. Not bad at all. Options on this, we have got the capacity at 28,400, 38,000, we can have it 38,000 with covers, 42,850 and with covers, and then we can have the arched cover, that was the one I went for. It takes the capacity down to 29,000, but I just like the look of that one. But yeah, that one's quite nice with the covers as well. We've got wheel brand, BKT, Vredestein, Michelin and back. Michelin doesn't have any options on it, just the stoves, but the BKT and the Vredestein have a standard and a wide option on both of those. Design, standard or underride guards, if you want the underride guards at the front. Main colour, any one of those four. Rim colour, we've got a sort of matte white and then a chrome, and then license plate option. Those are your choices. I think I put potatoes in this one, pretty sure I did. 12 beacons in the back. It's a nice looking trailer actually. Rear steer axle as well. Nice and tidy. Cover open. Nice animation on that, and cover closed. When you come to unload, it automatically opens the cover anyway, so you have to unload now. We'll do that and that. Not a tip function on that one though. I was expecting tip. Now that L1 and right stick up and down I was trying to work out what was moving. Now, it might be one of the other configurations does it, but I'm doing L1 and right stick up and down, and I can't work out. Oh, is it the landing gear? No, I can't work out what's moving. Something's making a noise, but I can't tell what it is. So it could be one of the other configurations has an option on that. There we go. So that's the Kramer Bandit 800 by Kyosho. Next we got this, and this is quality. This is seed production. This is by Andreas K85 D-S-Agrarservice. 2.92 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. It's under build mode and productions, and it's only 25 grand. This will make seed for you. And it's the simplest, quickest, easiest seed production of any of the ones we've had. There's no addition of waters or fertilizers or manures or digestates or anything. You put 5,000 litres of wheat or 5,000 litres of barley or both, turn it on, and it makes seed. Stuff goes in one end, comes out the other. Now I'm assuming something else is done to it. There must be something put with it. But anyway, if I click on here, you'll see. Wheat and barley coming in. I put 5,000 litres of both in, turn it on, turn it on. It's 250, the recipe to 250, so 250 in, 250 out, 1-to-1, complete ratio. You put them in and you get your seed out. So once you've bought that, and if you've got any surplus from contract work or from your own harvesting, you don't really ever have to buy seed again. And it's incredibly inexpensive. And then when you want it, you can collect from here with a trailer, bucket. If you want to put it into a larger container, I guess you could use another conveyor, maybe a higher one, to put it up into something. But yeah, I just... That's really cool. Like I said, under build mode, under production. Just there for 25 grand. No nonsense seed production. That's what we like to see. That's by Andreas K85 D-S-Agrarservice. Next we have got the Fleegle Duo. The Fleegle Duo is a silage silo leveler distributor, something along those lines. 3.9 megabytes download. It's 3 slots on console, 3 meters wide. It's by AgrarDesignAustria. You will find it under silo compaction. There you go. 4 grand, not too expensive. We have design 1, design 2. Safety bar with plain, no or yes. Stop stuff going all over the place. Then main colour, you can have it red or you can have it galvanised. Those are your choices. What I'm going to do, I haven't used it yet, so let's see what difference it makes, shall we? Unfolding it, if you've got those as an option on, you don't have to have them if you have got them on. This can be mounted front or rear, and I suppose potentially as well, if you put one front and rear, you could double your compaction. Again, we do have the option on this to L1 and right stick up and down. We can raise and lower it, and we have got the option of tilt as well, so we can tilt it. And then we have got under right stick side to side, we can move it sideways as well. So you can, it's kind of, say, infinitely adjustable, but when we turn it on, it's supposed to level it all out. Works better going that way, obviously, but I wouldn't say it's the quickest compactor. But it is levelling. I suppose at the end of the day, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to level, not necessarily compact, but it's doing the job. It depends whether you're looking for a nice, neatly flattened silo or a quick compaction. But we got up to 9% compactor with that. And like I said, if you have one front and one rear, I guess you could probably speed that up even more. There we go. The Fleegle Duo by AgrarDesignAustria, which brings us on to the last of the mods for today, and it's this. This is the versatile DeltaTrack pack by Julian F modding. I'm pretty sure we had the versatile pack similarly, I think it was Julian F modding, wasn't it? We had the wheeled versions of these. This is 34.05 megabytes download. We have got 18 slots for the 2012 to 2016 version. No, was it 18 2020 or 18 20? I've put down 18 20. I think that was right. We've got 2017 to 2021 version, and then we've got the 2022 version. There are some subtle differences with them, more between this one and the other two, with shapes and colours of various different things. But they're very nice looking tractors. They've got a bit of oomph to them as well. So, we'll have a look. Under large tractors, you will find them. Options are, I think, pretty much the same. As I went through and picked them, there are quite a few options to look at within certain categories. You'll see what I mean. So the 2012 to 2016 is 261 grand in its basic model. The 2017-2021 is 313, and the 2022 is 352 grand. So we've got US or Australian as options to start off with. We've got cab configurations. This is where things get a little bit fruity. We've got carpet. We've got Seed Hawk terminal with carpet. You've then got Borgo terminal, or both, so Borgo and Seed Hawk with carpet. You've got footrests and carpet, footrest and Seed Hawk, footrest and Borgo, Seed Hawk footrest carpet, Borgo footrest carpet, or no. Now those options are the same on all three, so I won't show all three of those again, but you've got a whole lot of options there. Attachable parts, we've got standard at the front, we've got 1,800 kilo front weight puts on there. On the back, we can have a PTO, or both of those. We can have a 3-point link added on for 7,500, if you want a 3-point link on there. Then auto steer system, yes or no. Again, that puts it in cab. Now, as far as console goes, that doesn't make any difference. It's just having the terminal there. We don't have course player or anything like that on console, but you can have it on there if you want a little bit more immersion. And then engine setup on this version, we've got 470 horsepower, 521, 574 back end. So 574 being the highest horsepower, and then license plate option on that. If we go to the next one up, same options, USA and Australia. Cab configurations are all the same with all the various different terminals. Attachable parts are the same. Front weight, PTO at the rear, both. 3-point link if you want it, again, 7,500. Auto steer. The differences between all three are going to be the look of them as they go through the different years and the changes, but the engine horsepowers. This one starts at 573, 628, 655, and back again. So 655 is the highest horsepower on this one, which goes up to a 2021. And then we go to the 2022 version. All the options are the same. Come all the way down. We've got 583, 638, 665. So it goes 10 horsepower higher than the 2021 version. Those are your options. Like I say, the changes and differences in them are subtle. And if you're an aficionado of these particular vehicles, you'll probably pick them out a lot easier than I am. I've been looking at them all, trying to work out, obviously, like I say, the colours on this one, but this one, you've got the design there, that's got an arch on it. These have got kind of boxed in sections. Just trying to see what some of the other changes are. Ladders, maybe ladder designs. Yeah, there's a few different bits here and there. It doesn't matter which one we hop in. Let's hop in one. These, like the wheeled versions, are no slouch getting up to top speed. They do shift. Nice bit of lean on that when you turn. Obviously, you don't want to be turning too quickly on the tractor versions. But we do have, as well, L1, R1. Left stick side to side. Oh yeah, we do it for being cab because it's called left stick side to side. We can swivel the seat. So if you're doing a lot of work, we need to be looking behind you as well. You're already turned. You haven't got to turn too far. So, like me, you won't hurt your back. Let's put that back there. And then right stick side to side opens and closes the door. Horn. Lights. There's no beacons on it. but they are very nice looking tractors. Very cool. So that's the versatile DeltaTrack pack by Julian F modding, and that's it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.